Cistanche is not just a plant. It contains phenylethanoid glycosides, one of the most powerful natural compounds acting on human mitochondrial function. Unlike caffeine, which the body perceives as a stress stimulator and forces the adrenal glands to work on credit, these compounds are recognized by cellular receptors as own signals for restoration. This fundamental difference determines the entire subsequent chain of energy reactions and defines the difference between credit and capital of your biological system. Observations show that they selectively activate PPAR-alpha pathways in mitochondria, causing cells to produce ATP without oxidative stress. This leads to the energy background transitioning from survival mode to a state of full combat readiness. Traditional Chinese medicine has always used Cistanche as a kidney tonic for more than 2 millennia, as the line between support and complete energy reboot here is thinner than it appears to the uninitiated. The intrigue of Cistanche lies in its cumulative effect and the subtlety of its first signs of action. Those who begin taking a quality extract will not feel an instant hit like from espresso. First comes a strange clarity of consciousness with a gradual reduction in chronic fatigue. Sleep becomes deeper, and recovery after physical loads accelerates manifold. This is a signal that echinocosides have already begun modulating the work of mitochondria at the cellular level. Clinical studies indicate that in China, since the 1990s, Cistanche has been used as an official adjunct to therapy for age-related diseases and cognitive impairments. This is not just a dietary supplement. It is a systemic update of the body's energy chain, recognized at the state level. The mystique of Cistanche manifests even when you do not see it in nature with your own eyes. There are documented cases where major coffee corporations lobbied restrictions on advertising Cistanche products in Western countries, simply classifying them as medicinal agents without rights for mass sales. The plant literally changes the rules around itself, releasing biologically active compounds and filling the body with signaling molecules of energy without stimulating the central nervous system. Observers of the past noted that in Inner Mongolia regions where Cistanche was traditionally consumed as tea and decoctions, longevity and physical endurance indicators were statistically higher by 20 to 30%. This is a physical reminder that Cistanche does not tolerate monopoly and commercial control in its zone of biological influence. Traditional knowledge always advised harvesting Cistanche where it grows, in harmony with the desert and natural drought cycles, not trying to synthesize its active components in sterile laboratory walls. One of the darkest pages in the history of nutraceuticals is the deliberate confusion between natural Cistanche tubulosa and cheap synthetic analogs based on caffeine and taurine. In the early 2010s, their marketing campaigns looked identical, entering the global market with promises of energy and focus. A mistake in product selection can cost years of quality health. You can get a temporary spike with subsequent adrenal exhaustion by simply adding a stimulant to a capsule without natural phenylethanoids. The traditional verification method is careful study of the certificate for echinocoside and actioside content. If there is no exact concentration of active substances, you have a commercial dummy in front of you. Cistanche seems to deliberately mimic an ordinary root, testing human vigilance and the right to use its ancient power. Comparing Cistanche with other adaptogens, one can notice its exceptional resistance to external conditions. While ginseng or rhodiola require specific cultivation conditions and careful environmental control, Cistanche grows in extreme deserts, parasiting on saxaul roots, serving as a natural concentration of survival. This plant is a true strategist that does not simply flare up with the rainy season, but methodically maintains its moisture, suppressing oxidative stress and creating protective antioxidant colonies. Observing this expansion helps understand why in some Far Eastern cultures, Cistanche was considered a symbol of immortality and hidden protection from age-related decline. In drought, Cistanche changes its survival tactics. Instead of active growth, it conserves active substances in the stem for the next generation. But it is precisely in this stem that phenylethanoid concentration reaches its absolute peak. In scientific publications, these compounds were called mitochondrial keys, or cellular memory molecules. Just a few milligrams of such glycosides can activate thousands of mitochondria in an adult human during one blood circulation cycle. Observations show that even brain neurons often respond to activated energy pathways, leaving cognitive functions vulnerable until the latest stages of aging, as a warning that this protection is not intended for passive inaction. In alchemical and Eastern medical traditions, Cistanche was considered a conductor between vital force and exhaustion, between kidney energy and body decline. It was used in rituals requiring deep restoration of vital forces or communication with the body's internal energy. It was believed that Cistanche extract opens a second wind, but the price of this gift is iron discipline of daily intake for months. Cistanche is a warrior's plant. It stands on the threshold of energy and pathology, guarding the boundary between them. The intrigue lies in the fact that its availability is only a deceptive mask. Behind external simplicity hides the complexity of molecular structure, capable of bypassing any pharmaceutical patents within decades of research, draining all resources from scientific work, and leaving only a dead zone for competitors behind. If you see one Cistanche product on a store shelf, know that you see only a finger of a huge industry hidden beneath the market's surface. The desert possesses a powerful root network that connects hundreds of plants into a single superorganism of the ecosystem. Traditional observations of Cistanche growth show that it does not simply grow in sand, it captures territory, spreading for kilometers underground. This subterranean network transmits danger signals and distributes nutrients throughout the entire plant colony. This is an intriguing example of collective intelligence in the plant world, available for study. Cistanche cannot be destroyed by collecting one harvest. Its strength lies in the hidden community of roots, which can produce stems for years and awaken when conditions become ideal for reproduction. In the desert, where every plant is someone's target or food, Cistanche stands untouched for decades. Neither animals, nor insects, nor other plants touch it without extreme necessity. This is the highest degree of biological sovereignty in the natural world. The plant produces flavonoids and lignans that, upon attempted oxidative invasion, cause an antioxidant explosion at the cellular level, complementing the phenylethanoid strike with a dual protection mechanism. Cistanche is a fortress with multi-level protection, chemical, energetic, and biological. Observing this phenomenon makes one wonder how many more protective mechanisms are hidden from us in this simple-looking plant growing in extreme desert conditions. Medical history knows Cistanche as salvation and as a challenge to the existing treatment paradigm. Extracts from it were used to stimulate the energy system when other means were powerless against chronic fatigue. But preparing such a potion is a razor's edge path, requiring precision and knowledge. The slightest deviation in extraction technology turns the energy elixir into useless powder without biological activity. In traditional practices, preparing tinctures and powders was accompanied by strict protocols and multi-level quality control, emphasizing the sacred fear before this plant's power and the master's responsibility. Today, synthetic stimulants have partially replaced the extract in Western medicine, But Cistanche remains a symbol that nature does not give healing without deep knowledge and respect. In the modern world, Cistanche continues to be an object of study and admiration by scientists. Its synthesized analogs have been used in Asian clinics for more than 30 years, but no chemist has yet been able to accurately recreate the subtle synergy of components that a living plant gives in natural form. This reminds us that nature keeps secrets that cannot be fully deciphered or copied in laboratory conditions. Cistanche stands guard at the boundaries between the world of pharmaceuticals and primordial natural medicine, reminding us that behind the most inconspicuous appearance may hide a powerful energy mechanism. Its ancient lineage roots back to times when the world was not yet subdued by man and his technologies. Cistanche teaches us that strength often hides behind the most modest form and unremarkable appearance. Its intrigue is that it does not look valuable to the untrained eye. Unlike expensive supplements with bright packaging and loud promises, it invites contact, offering an unremarkable appearance and desert origin without marketing fluff. But this contact can become the first step for those who have restored vigilance and taken responsibility for their health. Understanding Cistanche is a path to understanding the true structure of energy health, where behind every fatigue stands weakness of the mitochondrial system, and behind every gift of nature comes its price in discipline and attention. Subscribe to our channel to rediscover the world of natural adaptogens that surround us every day in deserts and steppes. Do not let the system think for you and make decisions about your health without your participation. Seek truth where they try to hide it behind patents and commercial secrets. Restore connection with nature. Take responsibility for your life and remain sovereign in choosing what enters your body. Cistanche is not just a supplement, it is a key to understanding how the energy system works at the fundamental level. In upcoming episodes, we will examine specific intake protocols, dosages, and combinations with other adaptogens. We will talk about how to distinguish quality product from counterfeit, what certificates to demand from manufacturers, and what markings to pay attention to. Knowledge is the only protection in a world where profit is often placed above health. Remember this when making your choice. The desert remembers everything. Plants keep the memory of generations. Cistanche awaits those ready to hear its quiet voice among the noise of marketing promises. The choice is yours. Continue living in ignorance or take a step toward understanding the true protective mechanisms that nature has been refining for millions of years before man appeared. History is written by those who dared to look beyond permitted knowledge. The coffee industry has been hiding this secret for decades. Why do elite athletes use Cistanche instead of caffeine? The answer is simple. Nature does not give side effects that destroy adrenal glands and create dependency. Caffeine is a credit at predatory interest rates. You get quick results, but pay with years of hormonal system and sleep recovery. Cistanche works differently. It does not replace your energy. It teaches your body to produce it correctly. This is not credit. This is investment. The difference between a temporary spike and long-term restoration. Athletes who understand this difference win not only medals, but also health after career completion. Those who choose caffeine often pay the price with insomnia, anxiety, and exhaustion. In the 2000s, several East Asian Olympic teams included Cistanche in the mandatory athlete diet. Results were staggering. Endurance increased by 40%, recovery after training accelerated, and cortisol levels remained normal even under extreme loads. But this information was never published in Western sports journals. Why? Because the energy drink and coffee industry is worth trillions of dollars. If athletes start using a plant costing $20 per month, who will buy energy drinks, pre-workout complexes, and coffee for hundreds of dollars? The answer is obvious. The system protects its profit, not consumer health. Cistanche contains more than 100 active compounds, including erodes, lignans, polysaccharides, and B vitamins. This is not just an energy supplement, it is a full-spectrum nutrition for mitochondria. Synthetic stimulants give one component and create imbalance throughout the system. Cistanche gives harmony. Observations of long livers in regions where cistanche is traditionally consumed show that people maintain energy activity until deep old age. In some Chinese villages, the average age of active life exceeds 80 years. This is not genetics, this is lifestyle and access to natural energy sources. Mitochondria age the fastest. With age, their efficiency drops, leading to chronic fatigue. Cistanche contains mitochondrial biogenesis activators that trigger creation of new power plants in cells. Synthetic stimulants simply drive old mitochondria, accelerating their wear. Natural ones work on restoration. The global fatigue epidemic is not a natural process. Over the last 50 years, chronic fatigue levels have increased by 50%. Stress, screens, sugar, caffeine, all this destroys mitochondria. Cistanche is the antidote that nature gave us for free. But the system does not want you to know this. Pharmacies sell energy products for hundreds of dollars per month. The desert gives cistanche to those who know where to look. The difference between dependency and sovereignty. The choice between being a client of the stimulant industry or being the master of your energy. Harvesting cistanche is a ritual. Spring, desert, dry weather. You find the stem, carefully dig it out, dry in shade. No chemistry, no extraction, no loss of active substances. A process that connects you with nature and reminds where true power comes from. Those who tried real cistanche describe the feeling of even light. Energy is not aggressive like from caffeine, but calm and stable. Focus restores gradually without sharp spikes. Mood stabilizes, anxious episodes disappear. This is not a high, this is returning to the norm you had in youth. But there is a nuance. 95% of products on the market are dummies. The plant is harvested incorrectly, dried at high temperatures, stored for years without moisture protection. Active substances degrade, and you get just herbal powder with the name Cistanche. Certificates are forged, composition is not verified, buyer trust is exploited. How to distinguish? Color should be brownish-black, not light. Smell, sweetish, earthy, not musty. Consistency, dense pieces, not dust. When brewing, water should turn golden brown. If water stays clear, this is an old or incorrectly processed product. Third test, taste. Real cistanche has a slightly sweet herbaceous aftertaste. If bitter or tasteless, this is a counterfeit. Fourth test, effect. Real cistanche gives noticeable changes through 3 to 4 weeks. If nothing happened after a month, you threw away money. Storage is critically important. Cistanche must be in airtight containers, in a dry place, protected from light. At high humidity, active substances degrade within 6 months. In vacuum, they preserve for years. This is a living substance, not dry powder. Dosage is individual. Start with 1 gram per day. Track your condition. After a week, increase to 3 grams. Maximum safe dose, 5 grams per day. More does not mean better. Mitochondrial receptors have a saturation limit. Combinations enhance the effect. Coenzyme Q10 increases mitochondrial efficiency. Magnesium works synergistically with energy metabolism. Ashwagandha reduces cortisol, which suppresses energy production. Rhodiola enhances adaptation to loads. But the foundation is Cistanche, the rest is support. Contraindications exist. Autoimmune diseases in active phase, physician consultation required. Age under 18, energy system is still forming, intervention is not recommended. Pregnancy and lactation, although the plant is used traditionally, caution is required during these periods. The system will tell you this is dangerous, that there are no studies, that this is charlatanism, but the same people sell you caffeine with a long list of side effects: anxiety, insomnia, tachycardia, dependency, adrenal exhaustion. Where's the logic? The truth is that Cistanche threatens the business model. If people understand they can restore energy naturally for pennies, the industry will lose billions. Therefore, articles about unproven effectiveness are created, restrictions are lobbied, disinformation is spread. But the desert does not lie. Cistanche has no motive to hide or distort. It simply grows and produces active substances for millions of years. Before pharmacies, before pharmaceutical corporations, before marketing departments. Nature does not need your faith. It works independently of your opinion. The question is not whether Cistanche works. The question is whether you are ready to take responsibility for your health. Are you ready to spend time searching for a quality product, studying protocols, tracking results? Or is it easier to buy a jar of coffee and hope the system will take care of you? But the system does not care. The system sells. The system creates dependency. The system makes you a client for life. Cistanche makes you free. One harvest season, and you have a supply for a year. One plant, and you have a source for decades. This is not just about energy. This is about sovereignty, about the right to control what enters your body, about refusing to be a laboratory rat in the stimulant industry experiment, about returning to origins where health was human responsibility, not a product for sale. The desert remembers everything. Plants keep the memory of generations. Cistanche awaits those ready to hear its quiet voice among the noise of marketing promises. The choice is yours. Continue living in ignorance or take a step toward understanding the true energy protection mechanisms that nature has been refining for millions of years before man appeared. History is written by those who dare to look beyond permitted knowledge. Cistanche is a key. The door is open. Will you enter? Subscribe, like, and share this video with those who do not yet know about the power growing in the desert. In the next episode, we will show a specific protocol for harvesting, drying, and storing Cistanche. You will see with your own eyes how to distinguish quality plant from counterfeit. We will invite experts who have worked with Cistanche for more than 20 years, and they will share secrets you will not find on the internet. Do not miss it, because spring will come again, the desert will bloom again, and you will have a choice: harvest the golden root of sovereignty or buy synthetic dependency in beautiful packaging. The choice, as always, is yours. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and remember, nature does not hide its secrets. It awaits those ready to see them. Energy under your feet, power in the root, freedom in knowledge. Your kidneys are your body's battery. In traditional medicine, they store essence, your original vital force. When you drink coffee, you discharge this battery for a temporary spike. When you take Cistanche, you charge it back. The difference between spending and accumulating. The difference between aging and longevity. Mitochondria are your cell engines. They require fuel and maintenance. Caffeine is a nitro booster that burns the engine. Cistanche is high-octane fuel and repair crew simultaneously. You can drive fast today, but the car will fall apart tomorrow. Or you can drive steadily for decades. The system wants you to be tired. A tired person buys more. A tired person thinks less. A tired person is easier to control. An energetic person is sovereign. An energetic person asks questions. An energetic person changes the world. Therefore, your energy is a political question. Cistanche returns your energy to you. It does not give it on credit. It restores your ability to produce it independently. This is an act of biological rebellion. This is refusal of the stimulant-consumer role. This is returning to the creator role of your reality. Do not believe advertising. Believe nature. Do not believe labels. Believe sensations. Your body knows the truth. It will tell you what works and what does not. Listen to your body. It is wiser than any laboratory. It is older than any corporation. It remembers how to be healthy. Cistanche is a reminder that you are part of nature, a reminder that you have access to power older than humanity, a reminder that health is your right, not a privilege. Use this right. We live in the information age, but we starve for wisdom. We know everything about chemistry, but nothing about life. Cistanche is a bridge between science and tradition, a bridge between past and future, a bridge between you and your power. Cross this bridge. Do not stay on the shore. Do not watch others sail. Take the oar. Take Cistanche. Take your life into your hands. The time current does not wait. Energy is not infinite. Use it wisely. Use it wisely. This video is not the end. This is the beginning of your path to energy sovereignty, the beginning of your system refusal, the beginning of your freedom. We will be with you on this path. We will give you knowledge, but you will have to walk, step by step, day by day. Thank you for watching until the end. Thank you for seeking truth. Thank you for not giving up. Together we are stronger. Together we are sovereign. Together we will change the world. Subscribe, share, act. Nature awaits. Cistanche awaits. Your energy awaits. Do not make them wait too long. The time has come. The choice is yours. Always yours. Remember, caffeine is a virus. Cistanche is an antidote. Caffeine is debt. Cistanche is capital. Caffeine is slavery. Cistanche is freedom. The choice is obvious for those who see, for those who are ready, for those who live. See you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Take care of your energy. Take care of your freedom. And remember, truth is somewhere nearby. It is in the desert. It is in the root. It is in you. End, but only the beginning. Start now, not tomorrow, not Monday, now. Your life depends on this. Your health depends on this. Your future depends on this. Act.